I've got one that can see.
Logic before authority. Hi guys, this is Daniel Alexander Cannon here on Logic Before Authority. I've got something pretty interesting I want to show you. Something I've noticed, and also, if you don't already know, there's absolute insanity of words going on right now. The president said that he's hinting at nuking Iran tonight at 8 p.m. or somewhere thereafter. It's possible. It's possible. Now, speaking of that, y'all guys know that I've been watching the earthquakes. Now, something I want to show you is right on the screen right now that I can't say for sure, but let me show you something. And I can't tell you for sure what it was. But now this is the earthquake map, okay? And a couple of days ago, there was a very rare earthquake, okay? It's was off the coast here of Israel. Somewhere's here off the coast. Okay, this one here. It was a 4.3, okay? And any signature that is, say, a 4.1 or above can be potentially a signature of a nuclear device being used. And that this is a known fact that you can, a known thing that you can look up for yourself and see that, okay? What I'm seeing is if I go knowing that there's an earthquake that happened here, okay, and I go back and I look at the weather, I'm just looking at everything, okay, doing this for myself, but even more importantly, I'm doing it for y'all guys. So, because who do we have out there really? There's a few, there is, but who do we have out there really that has done what I've done and been through what I've been through, and really tries to seek information and truth in a way that is rarely seen. Okay, and I'm going to give you an example of that right now, as a matter of fact. Now, look right here. This is Israel. Right here off the coast where that earthquake was supposedly happened, right? Look at this ring. You see that ring, the expanding ring? It's like a big circle that pushes down, and it's also up here as well. Now, the prevailing winds are blowing this way at one level and this way at another level, okay? But look at this circle, an expanding circle like a pressure wave. See it? It's all the way around up here and down here, and it comes inland across Israel even. It's not a thunderstorm front. It's looks very much like a compression wave that is caused by a large explosion. Okay. Think about like Lebanon, or excuse me, Beirut. Okay. Remember when that dock area blew up and there was that compression wave that came off of it? Okay. That's what this looks like. It looks bigger though. I can't say that I necessarily see like a mushroom cloud. I mean, I'm zoomed in as far as I can zoom in, okay? But you can see it even clears out the middle of it. Look, watch. It's expanding right there. The whole center becomes virtually clear. And then the clouds move back in again. It's cloudy. Boom. And then a big circle is blown open in the sky. And what is that? Okay, now this happened like yesterday. Okay. And I just noticed it this morning. When I was checking the earthquakes to see if there were any signatures that looked interesting. And thought, well, what is this earthquake doing off the coast? Could be just normal. But then I checked the weather, thinking I might see if there was anything there. I might see like a mushroom cloud or something. And I don't necessarily see mushroom cloud, but I see a pressure ring. And I know y'all guys can see it too. If you're on a cell phone, you have to pinch and zoom on your phone. Like put your thumbs together, then spread out, and you can zoom in on your cell phone. If you're on a bigger screen, you can definitely see this. Pressure wave. Now, I can't say who may have done this or what it is exactly. I don't know, but it showed up as a 4.3 earthquake. And here is the seismometer signature. Very unusual looking. This is the closest one to the location. Okay. Let me look back over here again. Let's see. Yeah, it's got the same depth that they always put on something they have no clue about. 10 kilometers. That's what they will put on any earthquake that they don't know what happened or really don't have a real depth. Okay. That's a common thing. You can look that up too. Let's see. It happened on 4/6 at 3:52, which is UTC. That's, well, it says 3:52. And I don't know if I might be able to see more details. Over here it says 7:52 UTC. Okay. 7:52 UTC. And it is at the 33rd parallel. It's on the 33rd parallel, which is interesting, of course. But Israel itself and Mount Hermon is on the 33rd and the 33rd. So, of course, it's on the 33rd. And I actually am on, we're very close to the 33rd in South Carolina as well. So I'm not sure. I'm not saying I know exactly what's happened here, but something happened. Let's see if we see anything here by chance. This is a lightning history map that can 24 hours. Let's see. What was the time again? UTC 7:52 UTC. So let's see if we can pull let's see what we can see here off the coast. And it happened on the 6th. I'm doing a little something that I'm a little bit unfamiliar with, trying to track this lightning back, but I know that you can do that. This is 24 hours right here. Here's Israel. It was out here off the coast somewheres. And of course, we can see that there are lightning strikes. Nothing too unusual. But this was over an entire 24-hour period. Let me see if I can run this like that and see if it makes any difference. Not really. Okay. Today is the 7th. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, or even if this map would even pick it up. Okay. I don't know if it would even pick it up or not. Let's look at a different map and see if we can. This one's not going to let me go back in time. Not going to allow me to go back in time. I think this one will. Probably won't see anything I can't see with the other one, but we're just looking. Because that's what we can do, right? So let's see. Let's go back to 6 April. Come on here. In. And let's back on down and see if we see anything at all different. The other original mapping weather system or map I showed you is better. Okay, this is daylight hours. The problem is this is skipping. Well, let's see. It's skipping 1 hour at a time. Let's see if I can do it without going by the hour. Okay, let's back up by 10 minutes. This is 10 minutes at a time. Let's see if we see anything different as I back up. Because there's definitely a pressure wave there. And I don't know if it was let's toss one in the ocean right off their coast kind of threat or test. Could have been. We don't know what is going on for sure. We're not seeing it. This is going back the other way. I just don't see it on this map. But it's skipping 10 minutes at the time. Let's kind of see, but it was bigger than that. Kind of see like a circle here and a circle there, kind of. But it's hard to say on that one. But on this one, you can see it. We've got some different options for the type of data that we're seeing. Let's see if I switch it to some different things on here. It may or may not. Right now we're on what's called geocolor. So we know we can see it there. Let's switch to some different kinds of bands. Okay, you can see it there. Maybe even slightly better. Wait a minute. Now I've got this the same one. Because this is on the, this is a different one. How is that possible? This one is today, according to this. Watch the pressure wave up here as well on this one. Some weird activity pushing out that way. But you can definitely see the circle. And this is today. This isn't yesterday. It's weird. Let's try another different one and see if we see anything else strange. I don't even know some of these what I'm clicking on, but we'll see. Nope, it's pitch back again. Go down here. It don't matter. Let's just click on one and see if it gives us the data. Come on. Play. Okay, that looks a little bit different. I mean, you can definitely see the circle, the pressure circle that would come from a large explosion. Let's go to the next one and see what we can see in here. Okay, let's play. Might be still loading. You can still see it slightly on this one, but it's not a better view, that's for sure. Okay. Play. If you could only see part of the circle, I would say it was a like a wall cloud or a front running out from a thunderstorm. But why is it a complete, perfectly symmetrical circle? And of course, there's nothing on the news about this. Nothing on the news at all. Is this why the rhetoric has ramped up since yesterday that we're going to, kablooey Iran? Is this why the rhetoric ramped up? Because of this event? I don't know. But something's changed over the last 48 hours, or less than 48 hours. Something's changed. Can't really see it very well there either. Let's look at another one. We might get lucky here at some point. Where am I at? Okay. Dust. I don't look no better than the last one, although you can still see it a little bit. Not very good at all. All right, let's look a little bit more. This is what you have to do when you do what I do. Yeah, you'll drive yourself crazy looking at stuff because you don't know what you might see, until you look at all the different products, as they call them on here. Let's go with that one. See what that one shows us. It's still loading, so it's taking a second. You can see the pressure wave right there and a little bit back here. I mean, I don't think this was some kind of massive explosion, but it looks like something was going on there. And there just happened to be an earthquake at the exact same spot. I mean, you tell me. I'm not telling you what to think, because I really don't know what to think other than I'm seeing something that you got an earthquake, and at that approximate location, you have a big ring in the sky that forms. Slow that down just a little bit. You can definitely still see that big circle there. Let's try, I don't know which one to try. We'll just try a few more here. Either do it now or do it while I'm not live. We're not live, but not recording. Because I'm not live. Yesterday I went live and they shut my stream down. Come on. You can see it, but not very pronounced. Come on. I wish I had more time to study all this different stuff. But sometimes you don't know you need to know something until you need to know it. Not really any better. Okay. Let's see. Blowing snow, sea spray, cloud top height. Let's look at cloud top height. See if we see anything there. And you can see the expansion. Cloud top height. Particle size. This don't look like it's going to do any better for us. Okay. All right, come on. Cloud phase, cloud mass, blended, affected layer, participable water. Let's look at layer, vapor, transport, surface, H50. Okay. Well, this ain't going to help much. A big bubble opens up there for a second, but still doesn't really say much to us. Let's go to the next layer up. Going higher up above into the cloud layer. Kind of a glitch at that one moment there. I don't know. Let's go back to here. Let's take a quick look at the fires that have been mapped on here over the last 24 hours. Not all fires will be mapped because of clouds, because like it's there's some cloud cover even over Israel right now. But if we back out here, what this map does is it uses satellites to track where it sees fires during a 24-hour period, or you can pick the dates you want, 7 days, or you can go into picking any days. We could go all the way back to the beginning of the conflict, right? And it gives you a lot of other cool stuff that you can do as well. But what we're mainly looking at, and I've done this in a number of videos in the last couple of weeks, and that is go in and look at the strike locations where these fires are supposedly happening, and I find like solar panel fields that supposedly had a big fire. Some of them have several fires, and other ones would be like power plants, oil producing plants, distribution centers, and all that. Now, this is the last 24 hours, and there's quite a bit going on. We can look at it in what's called more of a natural look and a couple of other different ways. So we can see our roads and streets a little bit, or if we want to see the topography, we can switch it to topography, which works well when you're looking at the Iran area. But let's just look at streets for a moment so we can kind of see where all the roads are going and things like that. And it seems like there's a lot of ones that are fairly consistent in showing up in different areas. That's quite a bit in Tehran. I haven't seen that many fires in Tehran since I've been doing this. They'll have fires, but we're only looking at 24 hours. We're not looking at a week. So chances are quite a few of these are actual strikes, because they make a big fireball. They set stuff on fire that's still burning, and the satellites will pick that up and it'll show up on the maps. Now, I'm not saying that they can't alter this map, because they can. If they really want to hide something, they could, Now, do they know that people are using this to do this kind of thing? Probably, I guess. Although I don't see anybody else out there anywhere tracking and doing this, actually looking at where potential strikes have taken place. And literally, as best as getting as close to 100% as possible, have done that. And not like I'm special or something, but I just haven't seen nobody doing it. Let's look. We can look at a couple of these just to see what we happen to see. And go in here, like to these two right here. I can switch to blue marble, and it allows us to see what's here at very good resolution, actually. And we can turn off the bright spots, and it just shows what looks like some kind of storage or production areas. This is not a neighborhood. It's like storage and production. Maybe there's something there that they want it to burn up. Who knows, right? All right, so let's back out. We can look right here. This one's right next door. probably normally the square right in the center of it will actually be, from what I've seen, they're pretty accurate. So something in this area here either caught on fire, because it can be a natural fire that it detects. It can also be something that blew up and started a fire. I don't know. You're talking about war, so you can end up having all kinds of things blown up. There is an airport of some kind over here. Let's go back 7 days and see if we see any reported fires here for 7 days. Sometimes you have to zoom in and out. Not right there, but we do see some adjacent and around. Maybe, we could go back all the way to the beginning, but I don't know that there's any need in doing that. Let's go back to 24 hours. Let me show you 7 days so you can see the difference in how it looks. Let me switch to streets so it's easier to see the strikes. That's 7 days. Now, in the last 24 hours, if we just go to just 24 hours, you still have about half, right? When you say half or close to it. And this is just in the last 24 hours. So there's definitely at a minimum, a ramp up of the number of fires that are being detected in Iran, near Tehran and other places. Let's turn that off. At it from this perspective. And this looks like, actually kind of looks like a neighborhood. Of course, as insane as it sounds, our president is saying that he wasn't willing a couple of days ago because it was Easter Sunday. But he's willing a couple of days later to destroy the entire country in one night. And he's got his buddies around him using the N-word. And the N-word that's followed by the U and the K, Yeah. It's just insane to me, guys. I'm going to stay on this as best as I possibly can. I do need y'all guys' help, your support. I'm really, really, really need it. I literally need your support now more than ever, because I can either do this stuff and try to stay on top of everything that's going on and look for things that might be interesting that no one's talking about, or I don't need much to survive, but I've got to have help. I was able to acquire a client to work on a website for about a month there, but that has ended and I don't have another client yet. And so I have held off as long as I can to more directly ask y'all guys for your support and your help. You can do that. Of course, I've got PayPal, Venmo, CashApp. The links are below down there, but I've also got Zelle, which is you just use my email address with your bank. Many banks use Zelle, and you can transfer funds in between accounts. Whether it be $1 or $100, you can transfer it instantly into my checking account using my email address, which it's listed down below as well. It's just LogicBeforeAuthority@gmail.com. If you don't have any of that kind of stuff, I also have links below where you can, if you just got a debit card or something like that, where you can make a small donation that way as well. And you don't have to have PayPal or CashApp or Venmo or any of those. And worst case scenario, I've also got a P.O. box. The address to that is below in the description area of the video as well. All right. Well, I'll be watching tonight as best I can. I pray, and I hope y'all guys pray as well, that nothing insane happens tonight. I can't imagine a reason that any legitimate reason why we should be destroying a country half the size of the United States using things that should never be used. Could they do it? They could do a lot of really bad damage. Will it still take the country? No, it won't, because this is Persia. This is ancient Persia, and you'll kill every civilian that's above ground, but the military infrastructure is all underground. You would not be able to incapacitate it. And the threat of radiation poisoning and all of that, that's all nonsense. That's all nonsense anyways. The man that was one of the people who actually helped build the initial plants, he used to go swimming in the pool water in the plants. He would carry a rock, that kind of a rock, around in his pocket. There's videos of him out there. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head at the moment. But the fear factor, take for instance, when someone is getting treated for cancer, right? They give them these radiation pills, and they put on there and they tell you, and they give everybody gloves, and they say, you cannot touch the pill, right? You got to be afraid because it's got radiation. But then you can't touch it, but you can swallow it into your body. It's just nonsense. But whether you understand that or get that, doesn't matter. We don't have to agree on everything, okay? But it probably wouldn't hurt for us to say a prayer that nothing totally insane kicks off tonight, because it ain't going to just affect this country. And I'm afraid if the Bible is correct in the things that it says, it will lead to much worse things, probably pretty fast. So, all right. So if you can help me out, once again, I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll keep pushing. I'm still looking for another client to do some more business and build a website, or maybe running a podcast, a remote director kind of thing for a podcast, or creating videos for someone if you know somebody that needs a video created, of any kind, even a documentary or anything you really need. If you can get me the footage, I can do the video. And I've even got some camera equipment decent enough to even do filming and do different things as well. I've even got a drone I've had for a number of years now. Actually, my brother gave it to me. But yeah, anything y'all guys see me do, whether it be live related or video related, or anything, website, all that, I can do it. I am for hire. I don't mind doing that kind of stuff. The truth is my passion. You see, I have a love for the truth, and I have a love for sharing the truth. And I think I've proven that. I've done it for at least 16 years. I think I might be going into 17 now, but at least 16 years. And I thank all of you for all of your previous help. And, but we've still got a ways to go, guys. We're still here together. And, but I'll see you next time. All the links are down below. Bye-bye for now.
I've got one that can see.
Logic before authority.